in power. Speak on why you didn't stand up and say that Medicare for all is a necessary thing for everybody in this country. Speak on it. Because evolution is a beautiful thing, but we need folks to speak on their record. And Senator Bernard Sanders, head-to-head, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, hell, before he was even elected to office. He was in the right side of history. Because he's not going to sell you out. He's not going to say one thing on the debate stage and do another when he gets on. He's not going to say one thing when he's sworn into office and do something differently. He has a history of standing up even when it is not popular. Two things. We need you, so I hope you all sign up. We absolutely need you. But these two things I want to say to you before I have you participate. Number one, Congresswoman Barbara Jordan. She said these words, and this encapsulates this campaign. And while the senator and also Dr. Jane Sanders, can we give a shout out to Dr. Jane? Dr. Jane. I affectionately call her Dr. Jane. But Congresswoman Barbara Jordan said these words, and sisters and brothers, I want you to wrap your minds around this, please. She said what the people want is very simple. They want an America as good as its promise. Fighting for Medicare for all is about an America as good as its promise. Canceling student debt is about an America as good as its promise. Standing up and saying that we cannot continue to destroy Mother Earth is creating an America as good as its promise. Saying that we didn't bat an eye when we bailed out Wall Street, but folks want to ask some questions and get dazzled by dumb when it comes to investing in Main Street. It is about creating an America as good as its promise. And guess what? You deserve an America as good as its promise. You do. Senator Bernie Sanders is our guy. And then in the words of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., which I think encapsulates the senator, and he doesn't talk about himself a lot, as we all know this, but he is a champion. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said these words. He said, the true measure of a man is not where they stand in times of comfort and convenience. See, it ain't where you are when everything is going okay, or when you already see where the winds are shifting, so you shift too. The true measure of a man is where they stand in times of controversy and challenge. Check the record. Hashtag receipts. Senator Sanders is the same. The true measure of a man. And for a time such as this, we need that kind of leadership. So ignore these folks. Because there is no power on the face of this earth that is stronger than a conscious-minded people on the move. We got to be about the business, looking straight ahead and doing all that we can collectively to get him elected as the next president of the United States of America. We're going to do this, baby. We're going to do this. So can you do something for us, sisters? I'm feeling all kinds of ways right now. Can you raise one hand for yourself? And I mean that for you, because you deserve to live a good life. And can you raise one hand for somebody else? That symbol of your two hands means that we understand that we are in this for ourselves and we are in this for somebody else. You are raising your hand for somebody else who cannot raise a hand. We are standing in the gap for our sisters and brothers. So with these hands, we will have Medicare for all. With these hands, we will have college for all. With these hands, we will reform a criminal justice system that is crooked to the core. With these hands, we will have humane immigration reform. With these hands, we will unring a system. With these hands, we will have the faith and the hope and the determination that is necessary to do the damn thing.
hurting people all his life? Are you here to listen to someone with a vision for the future of America that is based on human dignity, racial, environmental, and social justice? Well, you're in luck. I brought him with me. Let me introduce you to the man I have loved and admired and worked alongside for many, many years. My husband, Bernie Sanders.
Thank you, Santa Monica. You know, I thought that there was an earthquake inside there. You are a loud audience. I want to thank Langhorne Slim for his great music. Chris Chifret for his great music. Erica Bernstein for her great remarks.
Energy efficiency and sustainable energy, there will be underlying irreparable damage done to our country and countries all over the world. Now, honest to God, I do not understand the mentality of the people in the fossil fuel industry who have children, who have grandchildren, who have great-grandchildren. How in God's name can they continue to produce a product that is destroying this planet? I don't have a lot of confidence that they are going to develop a moral sense of decency. I don't have a sense that they will put the future of the planet in front of their short-term profits. But whether they like it or not, we are together going to save this planet. And in the process, we are in this country going to create millions of good-paying jobs, creating an energy-efficient transportation system, making our buildings energy efficient, and moving aggressively to sustainable energies like solar, wind, and geothermal. 4 years ago, I came to California and I said we have a criminal justice system which is racist and broken. That instead of building more jails, we should spend our money on job training and education for our young people. And I said then that we should end the disastrous war on drugs. Well, 4 years ago, that appeared to be a radical idea. Guess what? Ain't so radical today. As many of you know. Just the other day, I talked to some teachers in LA, and they were telling me that they have kids in their classrooms who are dealing with incredible stress and anxiety because these kids are worried that when they get home from school, their mom or their dad might not be there and may be deported. So we say to Donald Trump, stop the demonization of people. Stop the racism. Stop the xenophobia. comprehensive immigration reform and a path toward citizenship. We are going to restore legal protection for the 1.8 million young people in the DACA program. And we will develop a humane asylum program at the border. America is not about snatching babies from the arms of their mothers. We have got to take a deep breath and understand something that we don't talk about very much as a nation. And that is, what are the economic rights of human beings? What are we entitled to as human beings? Way back in 1944, Franklin Delano Roosevelt gave a speech. And what he said is, we got a lot of political freedoms in America, freedom of religion, freedom of to vote, freedom of assembly, and all that, the Bill of Rights. But what we don't have, this is back in 1944, are fundamental economic rights. And what this campaign is about is redefining what human rights are in America. So let me be as clear as I can be. In this country, it must be a human right for all of our people to have access to a decent paying job. God knows there is enough work to do, rebuilding our infrastructure, transforming our energy system, taking care of our elderly, taking care of our kids, and having the best education system in the world. A lot of work there. It is a human right to have health care and go to the doctor when you need to go to the doctor. It is a human right to have quality education and be able to get all the education you need regardless of your income. And here in California and all over this country, it is a human right to have affordable housing. We are going to end the disgrace. One of the things that bothers me is we have gotten used to the fact that here in LA or San Francisco or Burlington, Vermont, that we have people sleeping out on the streets. This is America. We must never, never accept homelessness as a normal, That is why together we will build the millions of units of affordable housing this country desperately needs. Toxic water does not just exist in Flint, Michigan. Toxic water exists in California, it exists in Vermont, and it exists all over this country. To a significant degree, we are going to control the economic and political life of this country. And I'm talking about Wall Street and the insurance companies and the drug companies and the fossil fuel industry and the military-industrial complex. It is not going to be easy, and I don't want to mislead you for a second. It is not going to be easy to take on these powerful special interests. They own the media. They own much of our economy. All right? But at the end of the day, the NRA too, you're right. Another powerful special interest. But at the end of the day, and this is the main point that I want to make to you, if we have the courage to think big, and if we have the courage to envisage the kind of nation that we want to become, a nation where we have eliminated poverty, a nation where all people have the health care they need as a human right, a nation in which all people get the education they need, a nation in which we are leading the world in fighting climate change, a nation in which we're not throwing people into jail but getting them decent jobs, a nation in which we're not demonizing immigrants but establishing a path towards citizenship, a nation which finally addresses the institutional racism which is so rampant in America. Utopian dreaming. This is not utopian dreaming. At the end of the day, the 1%, and I deal with them every day, they are enormously powerful. They influence what goes on television. They own the TV. They own the newspapers. All right? They own our economy. They own our political system with massive campaign contributions. But at the end of the day, the 1% is 1%. We are 99%. And if we stand up and do not allow Trump and his friends to divide us up, if we keep our eyes on the prize of creating the kind of humane society we can become, if we are prepared to get deeply involved in the political process, if we are prepared to tell our friends and neighbors that we're tired of hearing them complain, that they have got to get involved in the political process.